It is a Sunday evening at the grocery store. You walk down the cleaning aisle for what feels like the fifth time this month. On the shelf in front of you, a small bottle of commercial ceramic glass stovetop cleaner, 12 ounces, $8.99. The label promises professional-grade results and removes burnt-on food. You squeeze the bottle. It is half empty already. You bought this same bottle 6 weeks ago. Beside it, a competitor's version, $7 for 8 ounces. And next to that, the premium formula at $14 for 16 ounces. You add one to your cart with a small sigh. Another year of paying $8 a bottle for soapy chemicals that come out of a plastic squeeze tube to clean a piece of glass. Now, walk into my kitchen. Our wood cook stove has no glass top. Old order Amish kitchens like mine do not use modern glass cooktops. My stove is cast iron with a heavy black enamel surface, the same kind my grandmother cooked on for 60 years. But the cleaning chemistry my grandmother taught me, the simple 2-ingredient method that has cleaned every cooking surface in our family kitchen for 4 generations, works on your glass stovetop right now with 2 things you already have in your house. And it costs about 50 cents per cleaning. I want to be straight with you before I go further. I'm not going to pretend the Amish invented glass stovetops or have always used them. We never have. But the chemistry my grandmother used on cast iron, enamelware, tin pans and porcelain sinks, the same chemistry that has been cleaning farmhouse kitchens in Pennsylvania since 1838, is the same chemistry that cleans modern glass cooktops better than the $8 bottle in the grocery store. Honest folk chemistry, real household tradition. Translated for the equipment in your kitchen. I am Emily Yoder. I am Amish and I farm in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. And I am breaking a few rules by sharing this openly with you. In our community, we don't usually speak publicly. We don't film videos. We don't put our faces and our family knowledge out into the world for everyone to see. But here's the thing. I've watched families spend hundreds of dollars every year on cleaning products when the answers have been sitting in their kitchens the whole time. The old knowledge is disappearing, and if I don't share it, who will? So today, I'm going to walk you through the old 2-ingredient method that cleans glass stovetops without commercial chemicals. The real chemistry of why it works. The simple step-by-step technique. The one tool most folks get wrong every single time. And the honest scope on which surfaces this method should and should not be used on. By the end of this video, you will never buy commercial glass stove top cleaner again. Now, the 2 ingredients, the method, and the chemistry plainly. The 2 ingredients. 1. Fresh lemon. Any lemon will do. Fresh from the grocery store, fresh from a backyard tree, even a lemon that is starting to look past its prime in the bottom of your refrigerator. The lemon provides citric acid, the natural mild acid that breaks down grease, lifts mineral deposits, and dissolves stuck-on food residues. 1 small box of baking soda, the same box that sits in your refrigerator absorbing odours, the same box your grandmother used for baking. Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, a mild alkali that acts as a gentle abrasive, scrubbing away grime without scratching the glass surface. A $4 box lasts 6 months of cleaning use. That is the entire materials list. Total cost per cleaning, about 50 cents in lemon and a tablespoon of baking soda. Compare that to $8 to $14 per bottle of commercial cleaner, and the math starts adding up fast. You also need 1 microfiber cloth, and I want to flag that plainly because the cloth is where most folks ruin their stovetop. We will come back to the cloth in a moment. The chemistry. What each ingredient does plainly. Before I walk you through the method, let me explain the chemistry, because understanding it helps you use the method correctly on different surfaces. Citric acid in lemon juice is a weak organic acid. Its chemical formula is C6H8O7. On a greasy surface, the citric acid molecules break down grease and oil residues by dissolving the bonds that hold them together. The acid also reacts with hard water minerals, calcium, magnesium, iron, dissolving the white spots and rings that form when water boils over and dries on a hot surface. This is why lemon juice cleans water spots so well. Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3. It is a mild alkali, meaning the opposite of an acid. When baking soda meets a greasy surface, it acts in two ways. First, the fine crystalline particles work as a gentle abrasive, lifting stuck-on food residues through physical scrubbing without scratching the glass. Second, the slight alkalinity helps break down stubborn grease that purely physical scrubbing cannot remove. When lemon juice meets baking soda directly, they react. You can see the reaction, the fizzing, the bubbling, the white foam that rises off the stovetop. That bubbling is carbon dioxide gas being released. The acid and the alkali neutralize each other. And during that brief reaction window, about 30 seconds to 2 minutes, the bubbling action physically lifts dirt particles off the glass surface and brings them up into the foam, where you can wipe them away. This is the chemistry that has cleaned farmhouse kitchens since long before commercial cleaning products existed. The same reaction my grandmother used to clean copper pots, enamelware, and porcelain sinks. The same reaction cleaning your stovetop right now, with the only difference being the surface underneath. The method step by step. Wait until your stovetop is completely cool. Never apply lemon juice or baking soda to a hot stovetop. The acid reacts faster on hot glass and can leave streaks or marks that are harder to remove than the original mess. Touch the surface with the back of your hand. If it is room temperature, you are ready. Step 1. Sprinkle the baking soda. Take about 1 to 2 tablespoons of baking soda and sprinkle it directly across the entire stovetop. Cover every burner ring, every cool spot, every section where grease, watermarks, or burnt-on food are visible. You should have a light, even white layer of baking soda across the whole surface. Not piles, not heaps. A thin, even dusting that covers every square inch. If you have particularly bad burnt-on food in one spot, add a slightly heavier sprinkle directly on that spot. The baking soda will need more time and more contact to lift heavy residues. Step 2. Cut the lemon in half. Cut a fresh lemon in half through the middle, not lengthwise, but across the equator, so each half has the cut juice surface facing down. Set one half aside for later if you want. You will work with one half at a time. Step 3. Use the lemon half as a scrubber. This is the key technique. The cut lemon half itself becomes your cleaning tool. Hold the lemon half with the cut side facing down against the baking soda on the stovetop. Press gently and scrub in small circular motions across the surface. Two things happen at once. The lemon juice releases from the cut surface and meets the baking soda. The fizzing reaction begins. White foam rises off the glass, and the lemon flesh itself acts as a soft, natural scrubber, gently agitating the baking soda particles against the stovetop without scratching. Squeeze the lemon gently as you scrub, releasing more juice into the baking soda. Add a fresh sprinkle of baking soda to any spot that runs dry. The reaction should be visibly bubbling across the surface as you work. Spend 2 to 3 minutes working the entire stovetop this way. The visible grease, watermarks, and burnt-on residues should be lifting and showing through the foam. Step 4. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. Step away from the stove. The lemon juice and baking soda need time to do their full work. The citric acid needs 10 to 15 minutes of contact time to fully break down the toughest grease residues. And the baking soda needs time to absorb lifted dirt particles. Do not rinse it off yet. Walk away. Wash a dish. Pour yourself a glass of water. Come back in 15 minutes. Step 5. Wipe with a damp microfiber cloth. This is the step that ruins most folks' stovetops if they get it wrong. And I want to be straight with you about why. Take a clean microfiber cloth and dampen it with warm water. Wring it out so it is moist but not dripping. Then wipe the stovetop in long, even strokes, working from the back to the front, lifting away all the baking soda, lemon residue, and dissolved grease at once. Rinse the cloth in clean, warm water and wipe again. Do this 2 or 3 times until no residue remains on the glass. The stovetop should now be perfectly clean. Clear glass. No streaks. No chemical residue. No greasy film. The microfiber point. The one detail. Most folks get wrong. Before I walk through the rest, I have to pause here because this single point matters more than the rest of the method combined. Do not use paper towels to wipe a glass stovetop, ever. And do not use tissues, napkins, or any other paper-based cleaning product. Here is the honest chemistry behind that rule. Paper towels, tissues, and napkins are made from wood fibers. Even the softest paper towels contain microscopic wood fiber edges that, when dragged across a glass surface under pressure, create tiny scratches that accumulate over time. You will not see the scratches after one cleaning or after 10. But after 1 year of cleaning a glass stovetop with paper towels every week, the glass develops a cloudy haze that nothing will remove. That haze is thousands of microscopic scratches reflecting light unevenly. And the only fix is a new stovetop, somewhere between $500 and $1,500 to replace. Microfiber cloth is made from synthetic polyester or polyamide fibers, smoother and finer than any wood fiber, with no sharp edges. A microfiber cloth gently lifts dirt off glass without scratching because the fibers themselves are softer than the glass surface. This is not a small detail. This is the single most important household care rule for anyone who owns a glass cooktop. Microfiber every time, no exceptions. The cloth costs about $3 at any grocery store or hardware store. That $3 cloth, washed and reused, lasts a year. It is by far the cheapest insurance policy against a $1,000 replacement stovetop. Where this chemistry came from, the honest history. Pennsylvania Dutch farm wives have used lemon and baking soda chemistry to clean their kitchens for over 150 years. My grandmother used it on cast iron stovetops, the heavy black cooking surface of the wood cook stove that ran the kitchen from October to April. On enamelware, the white and blue speckled basins, bowls, and pans that filled every Pennsylvania Dutch farm kitchen. On tarnished copper, pots and pans that needed restoration after sitting in the cellar through summer. On porcelain sinks, the deep white basin that took the daily wear of dishwashing for 60 years. The application changed as American kitchens changed, but the chemistry stayed the same. Citric acid, baking soda, gentle scrubbing, time. The lemon was sometimes replaced with vinegar in the colder months when lemons were not in season. The baking soda was sometimes replaced with wood ash from the cook stove for tougher jobs. But the basic principle, a mild acid plus a mild abrasive base plus patience plus a soft cloth, was the same. When glass stovetops arrived in American kitchens in the 1970s and 1980s, most households learned about them from manufacturer instructions and commercial cleaning products. The chemistry got more expensive, the bottles got smaller, the marketing got louder, and the old folk chemistry that had cleaned every kitchen surface in every farmhouse in Pennsylvania for 100 years sat forgotten in pantries until someone somewhere looked at the $8 bottle of glass cooktop cleaner and remembered that lemons exist. You are not learning a new method. You are recovering an old one and pointing it at a new surface. The honest scope, what not to clean. With this method, I want to be straight with you about the limitations. This method works on glass cooktops, ceramic cooktops, stainless steel surfaces, porcelain sinks and tubs, tile floors and walls, hard plastic surfaces, enamelware, white appliances, faucets and chrome fixtures, hard water mineral deposits, cast iron with adjustments. This method does not work on and can damage natural stone surfaces, marble countertops, granite countertops, limestone tile, travertine. Citric acid etches natural stone. It dissolves the calcium carbonate in the stone and leaves permanent dull spots that cannot be removed. If your kitchen has a stone countertop and your stovetop is set into it, be careful that no lemon juice runs off the stovetop onto the stone. Bare aluminum pans, aluminum trim. Citric acid will corrode aluminum and leave permanent dark spots. Most modern glass stovetops have aluminum trim around the edges. Keep the lemon juice on the glass surface and away from the metal trim. Anything with a sealed or polished finish, you cannot test first. If you are not sure, do a small test patch in an inconspicuous corner first. Wait an hour. Check for any discoloration. Better to find out on a small spot than to discover too late that the lemon damaged the surface. Never mix lemon juice or baking soda with bleach. Citric acid reacting with chlorine bleach releases chlorine gas, a real chemical hazard. Clean the stovetop with lemon and baking soda. If you also clean with bleach somewhere else, do it on a separate day and do not mix the products. The real math. Plainly commercial glass stove top cleaner runs about $8 to $12 per bottle and lasts a household 6 to 8 weeks of regular cleaning. That is $40 to $80 per year spent on a plastic squeeze tube of soapy chemicals. The homemade method costs about $15 to $20 per year. 1 lemon every 2 weeks and 1 box of baking soda every 6 months. Annual savings, about $25 to $60 per household. Not a fortune, but real money year after year for a method that works as well or better than the bottle. The bigger savings comes from what you no longer accumulate under your sink. No bottle of commercial cleaner, no specialty stove top wipes, no microfiber and cleaner combo packs. Just a lemon, a box of baking soda, and a clean microfiber cloth. The same 3 things sit in your kitchen for cleaning every other glass, porcelain, and enamel surface in the house. One method, many uses, no specialty products. The honest truth. There is no money in the cleaning industry in teaching folks that a lemon cleans glass stovetops as well as an $8 bottle does. There is a great deal of money in selling small bottles of specialty cleaners for every surface in every American kitchen every 6 weeks forever. So the simple old chemistry sits quiet in farmhouses like ours. And most American families pay $60 a year for plastic squeeze tubes of what a 50-cent lemon and a tablespoon of baking soda would have cleaned for free. You can be the one who never paid. What I want you to do. Tonight after dinner, let your stovetop cool down completely. Walk to the grocery store or the pantry and pick up 1 lemon. Pull the box of baking soda from your refrigerator. Find a clean microfiber cloth. And if you do not have one, add a microfiber cloth to your shopping list this week. Do not start the method with paper towels or napkins. Tomorrow morning, try the full method on your stovetop. Sprinkle the baking soda. Cut the lemon. Scrub gently in small circles. Let it sit for 15 minutes. Wipe clean with damp microfiber. Watch the stovetop emerge clear, streak-free, and free of chemical residue. For the next month, replace your commercial stovetop cleaner with this method every time you clean. Track what you spend on cleaning supplies over those 4 weeks. Then compare it to last month's cleaning aisle receipt. The difference is the actual money the old method saves you. Share your stories. Tell me in the comments below what other commercial cleaners are you tired of paying for, and which kitchen surface gives you the most trouble. And if your mother or grandmother had her own household cleaning method we did not cover, the salt and vinegar copper polish, the corn starch and water silver cleaner, the ash and water method for cast iron, share the family memory. The little inherited cleaning methods are exactly the kind of knowledge that gets lost when nobody writes them down. I read every single one. Next time. Since today, we covered the lemon and baking soda method. Next time I'm going to walk you through the 5 things you should never clean with paper towels and why microfiber cloth or old cotton sheets are the only safe tools for those surfaces. The household care knowledge most folks never learned that quietly ruins thousands of dollars of equipment every year. Subscribe so you do not miss it. Until then, sprinkle the baking soda, cut the lemon, scrub in small circles, wait 15 minutes, wipe with microfiber, and remember that the chemistry sitting in your fruit bowl and your baking cupboard is the same chemistry that cleaned every Pennsylvania Dutch farmhouse kitchen for 150 years before commercial cleaners existed. That is how the careful old folks kept their kitchens bright without filling the pantry with plastic bottles. That is how it is still done in any kitchen that remembers.